Ever wonder what makes Moroccan couscous so flavorful and unique? Well, it's all about the rich tapestry of flavors that define Moroccan cuisine. A culinary journey through Morocco is a feast for the senses. The cuisine is as diverse as the country itself, with influences from Arab, Berber, Moorish, French, and African cultures. Spices like saffron, cumin, and coriander mingle with fresh herbs, creating a palette of taste that is both vibrant and subtle. A single bite can transport you to bustling souks and tranquil desert landscapes. Now let's talk about couscous. This versatile grain is a staple in Moroccan meals, often served with a variety of vegetables, meats, and spices. It's not just a dish, it's a tradition, a time for family and friends to gather and share. Today we will dive into the world of Moroccan couscous, revealing its secrets and showing you how to prepare it traditionally. Creating a perfect Moroccan couscous starts with having the right ingredients. Firstly, we'll need 2 cups of couscous. Couscous is the heart of this dish. Made from semolina, it has a unique texture that absorbs the flavors beautifully. Next, we'll need a medley of vegetables. Traditionally, we use carrots, zucchini, and turnips. These vegetables add a delightful crunch and color to the dish. We also include a handful of chickpeas for their nutty flavor and protein content. Of course, no Moroccan couscous would be complete without its signature blend of spices. We'll need 1 teaspoon each of ground cumin, ground coriander, and turmeric. These spices give the dish its distinctive warm, earthy flavor. Additionally, we'll add a pinch of saffron for its rich color and subtle floral notes. For a hint of sweetness, we'll add 1 tablespoon of honey. This balances the spices and brings a depth of flavor to the couscous. A couple of dried apricots chopped will also add a chewy texture and a sweet, tangy taste. To bring all these ingredients together, we'll need a good quality olive oil and vegetable broth. The oil adds richness, while the broth infuses the couscous with a savory flavor. We'll also include a few sprigs of fresh parsley and cilantro for garnish. These herbs add a burst of freshness and a pop of green that contrasts beautifully with the warm hues of the couscous. And lastly, for a touch of indulgence, we'll add some slivered almonds. Toasted and sprinkled on top, they provide a delightful crunch and a hint of nuttiness. Each ingredient in this recipe plays a crucial role. Together, they create a symphony of flavors and textures that is characteristic of Moroccan cuisine. From the fluffy couscous to the crunchy vegetables, the warm spices, the sweet hints of honey and apricots, and the nutty chickpeas and almonds, each bite is a culinary adventure. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to get cooking. The first step in our cooking journey is preparing the couscous. Couscous, a staple in Moroccan cuisine, is not just a dish, it's an art that requires patience, attentiveness, and a bit of a tender touch. So let's dive in. First things first, we need to give our couscous a little pre-cooking love. In a large bowl, we'll place our dry couscous. Now, we're going to drizzle some olive oil over it. About 2 tablespoons should do the trick. The oil ensures that our couscous grains don't stick together, giving us that light, fluffy texture we're after. Now, using your hands, gently mix the couscous until every grain is coated with oil. This is one of those times where getting hands-on is not just allowed, but encouraged. Next, we'll add some warm water to the bowl. We're aiming for a ratio of about 1 part couscous to 1.5 parts water. Don't pour in all the water at once. Add it gradually, while stirring the grains to ensure they soak up the moisture evenly. Now, it's time to let our couscous rest. This is when the magic happens. Cover the bowl and let it sit for about 15 minutes. This allows the couscous to absorb the water and swell up, transforming into those tender, fluffy grains we love. While we're waiting, let's talk about a common mistake. Many people are tempted to stir the couscous while it's resting. Resist the temptation. Stirring can lead to a mushy mess rather than the perfect fluffy couscous we're aiming for. Once the 15 minutes are up, it's time to fluff our couscous. Using a fork, gently break up any clumps that may have formed. Be gentle. We don't want to crush our beautiful grains. And there you have it, perfectly prepared couscous. It's light, it's fluffy, and it's ready to soak up the delicious flavors of our upcoming sauce. This process may seem simple, but it's the foundation for our Moroccan couscous dish. With our couscous ready, we can now move on to the next step. A flavorful sauce is key to a delicious Moroccan couscous. What's a meal without a good sauce, right? Especially when we're talking about Moroccan couscous, where the sauce is the element that ties everything together, infusing the couscous with a depth of flavors that make this dish so unique and loved worldwide. To make our sauce, we'll start by heating a good glug of olive oil in a large pan over medium heat. Once it's hot, we add a finely chopped onion, stirring until it turns translucent. This is where the magic begins. The onion doesn't just add its own flavor, but also extracts the flavors from the other ingredients we'll add later. Next, we add crushed garlic cloves. Garlic is a staple in Moroccan cuisine, and it gives our sauce that much-needed punch. We sauté it just until it releases its aroma. Remember, we don't want it to brown, as it could turn bitter. After that, we're going to throw in a blend of spices. We're talking about ground coriander, cumin, paprika, and a pinch of saffron. These spices are the soul of our sauce, each contributing its unique notes to the symphony of flavors we're creating here. We cook them for a few moments to awaken their fragrances. Now, we add chopped tomatoes and let them cook down. The tomatoes add a tangy sweetness and a velvety texture to the sauce. And as they cook, they'll absorb all the flavors we've built so far, enhancing the overall taste of our sauce. Finally, we pour in vegetable broth, bringing everything to a slow simmer. This is when the sauce really comes together. We let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes, allowing the flavors to meld and intensify. Remember, the key to a great sauce is patience. Giving each ingredient its time to shine ensures a balanced and flavorful end result. With our sauce simmering, we're ready to assemble our dish. And oh, what a dish it's going to be. With this sauce, our Moroccan couscous is already promising to be a feast of flavors. Now comes the exciting part, assembling our Moroccan couscous. With the couscous fluffy and sauce simmering, it's time to bring our dish together. The first step is to create a bed of couscous on a large, shallow dish. Take your time and evenly distribute the couscous, creating a mountain of golden grains. Next, we pour the sauce over the couscous. It's a delicate process, ensuring the sauce seeps into the grains, infusing them with flavor. You'll want to pour the sauce slowly, allowing it to cascade down the sides of our couscous mountain. As the sauce seeps in, you'll see the couscous start to shine, a sign that it's absorbing all those wonderful flavors. Now we're on to the garnish. This is where you can let your creativity shine. Traditionally, you'd arrange the vegetables and meat from the sauce on top of the couscous. Layer them artistically, creating a vibrant display of colors. You can also add some fresh herbs for an extra pop of green. Finally, we sprinkle some toasted almonds on top. They add a lovely crunch and a nutty flavor that complements the couscous perfectly. And for a touch of sweetness, a drizzle of honey or a handful of raisins are a delightful addition to this savory dish. In Morocco, couscous is traditionally served family style. The dish is placed in the center of the table, and everyone gathers around to share the meal. Each person digs in with a spoon, creating their own little portion within the larger dish. It's a wonderful way to enjoy a meal together, sharing not just food but also conversation and laughter. And there you have it, a traditional Moroccan couscous ready to be enjoyed. Whether you're serving it for a family dinner or a festive gathering, this dish is sure to impress. Full of flavor, texture, and color, it's a feast for the senses. So take a moment to admire your creation before diving in. After all, the best meals are those that are savored. Cooking Moroccan couscous may seem daunting, but with these steps, it's a breeze. We've journeyed through the vibrant world of Moroccan cuisine, unlocking the secrets of a traditional couscous recipe. From gathering fresh, flavorful ingredients to mastering the art of couscous preparation, we've paved the way for a culinary adventure right in your kitchen. Remember, the sauce is the heart of this dish. Combining the spices, vegetables, and meat, let it simmer to perfection, infusing every bite with a rich, aromatic flavor. And when it comes to assembling and serving, don't hold back. Layer the fluffy couscous with generous helpings of the hearty sauce and finish with a sprinkle of fresh herbs or a handful of raisins for that extra touch. This journey doesn't end here. Experiment with different ingredients, play with flavors, and make this traditional Moroccan couscous your own. So go ahead, try making this Moroccan couscous and bring a taste of Morocco to your table.